All right, ladies and gentlemen, good Monday morning. Let's go ahead and throttle up and get airborne for solo AI, man. Big week ahead with NVDA earnings. It seems like all eyes are going to be on that this week. Obviously, the S&P 500 may be taking a little bit of a breather here. We'll talk through that. And we'll talk about our new service we launched here, Top Gun Options Tactical Trade Alerts. I launched it internally last Tuesday. So you all in solo AI didn't get this little brief. I'll give it to you right now, man. Uh, but great weekend, man. Daughter graduated from high school, last one. Almost empty nesters, man. It's don't blink, right? Really excited for her next chapter of her life. I'm gonna be living up at Ole Miss, man. Uh, we're going to the Georgia game. We're going to homecoming. I was gonna go to the LSU game, but I think the closest place you can stay is like Alabama. I mean, everybody and their mother is going to the Ole Miss LSU game, especially after Lane Kiffin more or less, implied that Ole Miss, it was hard to recruit there, because of all the racism or whatever. It's like, holy crap, man, or the Confederate history, or however he said it. I'm like, dude, you're in Louisiana. Do you know what you're named the Tigers, right? The Tigers was a Confederate regiment, you moron. And then Sark at Texas, right? He also rolled in on Ole Miss recently. Well, we actually have academic standards. You can take underwater basket weaving at Ole Miss type of thing. Hey, Sark, do you know that you just made fun of your star quarterback's dad, uncle, grandfather, and grandmother? Like the Manning family is Ole Miss, you idiot. So everybody's hating on Ole Miss. I love it. Thomas, awesome. Welcome aboard. And then did everybody see this yesterday? Man, look at that. I can't even watch this. The fact that the two that got pancaked got out is insane. I'm sorry, man. As a F-18 Hornet instructor pilot, you ready for here's my brief on formation flying. Attention to brief. Don't fucking hit me or anybody else. Any questions? So an absolute failure out of the wingman. Take their wings, man. Uh, exactly, man. A growler. There was never an EA6B Prowler demo. These nerds got new F-18s and decided that we're going to be cool and tactical. They should never do a demo again in their lives. This was an absolute disgrace. I'd be saying this if a couple people died too, man. I'd be sad for their families and their souls, but aviation is a self-cleaning oven. Life's tough. It's even tougher when you're stupid. So I saw a different clip, right? So as the wingman, if you lose sight of your flight lead, like they're not, I don't see them in front of me or up. What's the last thing you do? Keep going down. The first thing you do, oh man, I don't see the flight lead. They're not in front of me and they're not up. Pull up. Get away from where you can't see them because where you can't see your flight lead is most likely where he is. You idiot. And I can't stand people who are like, oh, there goes 160, $180 million. How about the two lives that could have been lost or four? I lost a very close friend at Naval Air Station Fallon in Nevada. It was a night strike. He's on goggles, combat spread. You can see it on the tack on the replay on the tax range. He just flies right underneath his flight lead and hits him. He pancakes him. BB, Bill Breaker. Good friend of mine, man. Unbelievable. But anyway, I saw this yesterday. My phone's blown up. I'm like, oh my God, that's awful. I mean, he literally like pancaked in between the tails. That's why people are like, is this AI? They're like joined together. Yeah, because the jet the fact that they don't eject into that aircraft, it's almost like Goose in Top Gun, like ejecting into the canopy. Oh man. Anyway, again, I'm glad everybody lives and everything like that, but absolute buffoonery. First of all, there shouldn't be a growler demo team, and second of all, if it's a demo, have just one, not two. Commanding officer of that squadron's got to be like, oh, for the love of God, he's gone or she's gone, going to FedEx. All right, real quick. So, tactical trade alerts, man. I've been cranking yesterday, this morning. I absolutely love this. I just posted, we're going to cover it in a second, the NVDA pre-earnings report with a potential trade yesterday, the new bullish on America trade. This I love this, man. If you don't have your bullish on America trades on, you're a fool. For a couple grand today, you can potentially make 100 grand 5 years into the future. Or for what's that one? 1,600 bucks today, you could make 200 grand. So, and that's a what's that? That's a 10-page report, man, on my bullish on America trades. The threats, the resources, my Super Bowl case. I give you a nice little dot plot. There's my Super Bowl case. I believe in the Super Bowl case. There's my bullish case. There's the average, and there's a bearish case. So, um, it's all this stuff and the AI reports are all going over in here now. I just updated this one yesterday. All that this is, I enjoy this though. This is extra work. That's why it's a new service, but I love doing this because this is, I eat this stuff up, man. So the AI report, the NVIDIA report, the S&P 500 reports, and obviously the psychedelic report. Did you see Compass this morning? It was up 18% pre-market, man. Did you see the so Marty McCary, the FDA dude, got fired. A new person came in, and they immediately brought in somebody who worked at Compass as like the chief marketing officer. This guy was at Compass doing psilocybin psychedelic stuff. Hired him to be a heavy at the FDA. So Compass was ripping. Um, Yeah, it was up 18% pre-market, whatever. You gotta, yeah, look at that. Folks, this is gonna, psychedelics are gonna rip. I know we're in solo AI and I'm rambling, but this is a brand new service I just launched here. It's only 97 bucks, folks. I did have a glass of wine this weekend at our daughter's graduation at DeLuca's in Boca. It's like a mafia place. Um, why am I telling you about that? Because the bottle of wine we got was about 200 bucks. So for the price of a crappy bottle of wine, um, you know, uh, uh, you can join our new service here at Top Gun Options, Tactical Trade Alerts. Here's the thread, Tactical Trade Reports. It's all posted in here. Um, and then obviously here's, or not obviously, here's what the member area looks like, Tactical Trade Alerts. Uh, and let me just show you real quick, since it's not videos, you're not going to see a replay at the top, right? You're just going to see this stuff. Like there's no replay up here. It's empty. There's no, so I just throw a couple things over here. Warning, trading earnings is gambling. Always safer to grab some popcorn. The report is over here where it says attached files. I'm not doing double work and posting the entire report in the thread. It's stupid. So I just put a little text in here like, hey, reminder, it's it's over here. Okay. If I have time, I might actually shoot a video just to review it real quick. But again, that's kind of more work. Any questions on this? Like I said, only 97 bucks a month or 970 for the year. So Thomas just joined. We have a shitload of new folks that are doing this. If we were in Amazon, do we need to do anything? What do you mean, Martin? Like in solo Amazon? Folks, this is so the AI report, the psychedelic report, the S&P 500 report, CBOE, NVIDIA, all reports are in this new service. I'll be talking about Amazon, obviously, in solo AI. We can actually, I'll might show you the report, but no, if you want access to all these reports, Martin, you have to join Tactical Trade Alerts. When I launched Solo AI months ago, what did I tell you? I'm like, we're launching two new services in the next couple months. We're going to launch Solo AI, and we're also going to launch Tactical Trade Alerts. So for the past 2 months, I've been giving you access to the that 13-page hedge fund like report. Those days are over with. It's right here. The I'll kind of review it quick, like in the briefs, if I need to point anything out. But if you want access to the physical report, it's going to be over in Tactical Trade Alerts. Period. This one is 16-page report on the AI super cycle. I was giving you a nice value add for a couple months, but I'm not a charity. So 97 bucks a month or 970 a year. Okay. It's the old solo Amazon pricing. This is our entry level drug here at Top Gun Options now. All right, we got it. We got a lot of stuff to do. Good. I wanted to take about 10 minutes and that worked. If you want to join me, we launched internally last week and I'm launching to you guys today. If you want to join me Wednesday night to talk through the new service, you can, but Wednesday night at 7, hopefully that is game one. That's all right. I'll be done by 8. Eastern Conference final, man. Yeah. So if you want to join me, and I'm going to remind you, folks, these things that I'm cranking out right now. These are 5, 10, $15,000 products. At least they were, obviously. But this is the same. You're getting access to the same type of stuff that these are when I walked over to the research desk at our hedge fund, this is what the stuff I would get or we'd send to our high net worth clients, man. This bullish on America trade is insane. That's about 10 grand right there. The bullish case, I put all the China stuff in here, the AI, I have the bearish case in here. Taiwan, Trump talking about a love tap to Iran, everything in here, man. And then obviously the trades. This is thousands of dollars worth of content for 97 bucks a month. If that's your last 97 bucks a month, don't do it, obviously. But everybody in here can go join the Tactical Trade Alert service. But like I said, if you want to join me Wednesday night to talk through it, there's a link to join. And obviously, when you register, you'll get access to the AI report, excuse me, and the most recent psychedelic report. And obviously, once you join, you can get access to all of them right here. We'll talk about the NVIDIA one here in a couple minutes because we do have to talk about NVIDIA earnings. The portfolio is looking great. Somebody said something to support like, hey, CEG's in this report. Is that a mistake? You're thinking CMG. That's not Chipotle, folks. CEG is supposed to be in this portfolio. I don't know who sent that. Support sent me an email like, hey, section 2, they're saying CEG shouldn't be in there. I'm like, I think they're confusing it with Chipotle. CMG? Of course CEG's got to be in here. There's been a lot of reports recently and talk about the nuke power stuff, which we're going to get into in this brief. All right, let's go. Let's get airborne. China's economy unexpectedly weakens as Iran war fallout mounts. So things are getting even worse in Iran. Things are getting bad in China. Let me give you my China debrief. Nothing. It was stable. It was supposed to stabilize. I think maybe it did. A band-aid on a sucking chest wound. There was no trade deals announced. All the CEOs that went. I think the biggest news out of the China trip, China, was Boeing, 200 airplanes or something like that. Yay. Nothing on Iran. Nothing on trade war. Nothing, which is interesting. And obviously the S&P 500 taking a little bit of a breather right now. Here, warning Will Robinson. There, we almost had a MACD kiss right here, and we ripped. Now they're touching. We have a MACD touch right now, folks. Over the weekend, couple texts with a couple folks like, well, I'll leave it at this. The president's meeting tomorrow. Like no event scheduled except like his national security team. I think he's going to hit Iran again. He has to. I'm not happy with the president and what he's doing right now. I think he's absolutely failing on Iran. Why am I rambling about this? Because I think we're due for a 20-day pullback here, which would be healthy. It would be a relief right now. But oil slides after Iran says U.S. agreed to lift oil sanctions during talks, and a nuke freeze is on the table. Not never, but some sort of freeze. Absolute failure out of President Trump. What are you doing, man? I get that and this was Friday or over the weekend. Deadlocked at square zero. Very first line of Iran's latest proposal unacceptable. So the president said he threw it in the trash, right? Like I didn't even read the rest of it. If the first sentence turns me off, I don't care what the rest of it says. So he's failing. All the assets are in position. Folks, he's falling, excuse me, he's falling for exactly what he would give Obama and Biden grief about. They're playing you, they're stalling for time. That's what they're doing. What are you doing? You know Netanyahu's chomping at the bit. And again, folks, I don't like war. I don't even love war, clearly. I hate war. I hate killing people. It's awful. The Iranian people are a good, decent people. The Persians, the history in that area, these radical Islamic terrorists need to go. Ro Khanna, I can't stand that guy. Met him like he was California psychedelic a little bit like a year or two ago. First of all, he's a big insider trader. You see that news, Ro Khanna? But it's so funny. He ripped, you know, you guys giving the president grief on all sorts of stuff, but not a word of praise on Iran. He was praising Ukraine or whatever it was, folks. But at the end of the day, um, all right. It also seems Russia's offer to take and temporarily hold their uranium is being taken seriously. Okay, man. Here are the alleged leaks of the draft. Working on a conditional transfer of enriched uranium to Russia instead of us. Fail. Seeking multiple international guarantees for any agreement. Okay. Wants Pakistan and Oman to have a role in any clash in the Strait of Hormuz. Seeking a political formation that allows Iran to save face, separate the maritime route from nuke issues. So this is an absolute miserable failure out of President Trump. Destroy what you can, get the people that we like. I guarantee you Netanyahu's ready to clip all the radical dudes. Everybody has used this, ceasefire for what? What are we, 3 weeks? To restock, move, fortify everything. Um, so you stopped, Mr. President, when you had him on the ropes, thinking that they'd be like, "Oh, okay, you had us on the ropes." You idiot! You're falling into the trap of all your predecessors. So, what's going to suck is he is going to strike again when he should have already done it. So, why am I rambling about all this? Because I fully expect that to happen. What did he call it last week? A love tap? I can't stand when he talks like that. My son's on active duty. You don't talk about love taps when young men and women on the tip of the spear in this country are putting their lives on the line. I'm going to give him a love tap. My daughter died in Operation Epic Fury during a love tap. And oh, by the way, they're not going to, it's Operation Epic Fury is over, Wiz. It's going to be Operation Sledgehammer. Okay, that's great. Yay, we get a medal for being in Operation Epic Fury and in Sledgehammer. So, not happy with what's going on. Get ready for a pull. I am ready for a pullback. I have treads on. Everybody have a trudge on. Even if you're in solo AI, you should have a bearish position on right now. A trudge, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I saw that, Karen. Putin's going right to China after Trump left. So that's always interesting. We're going to talk about this tomorrow in the primary brief. We need to focus on AI, but man, CBOE is the gift that keeps on giving. It was up pre-market. I don't know if it stayed up. This just, it's insane. And it's only going to keep going up. It is the casino. Excuse me. Look at that. It's just it's the house, folks. So the young are getting in here and trading and at 0 days to and the 25, 23, 5, 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you're not in CBOE, you're a fool. All right, here we go. The economy Kevin Warsh is inheriting is not the one he wanted. He wants lower rates. I'm telling you, folks, we might be getting a cut. In that awesome era, you got in at 160. That's exactly right. Um, the gift that keeps on giving. So this is bad. And he's just the skipper, man. This, well, he's not the skipper technically because the skipper has 51% of the vote. We're doing this. Uh, he, man, you guys know what I know. He's in a very tough position. He is not going to be able to, in my opinion, cut rates. I put that in our Bullish on America report. What's Uncle Wiz say? No, no rate cut for the rest of the year, a potential rate hike. Trump ain't going to like that, and the market ain't going to like that. What are we in right now, folks? May. Sell in May and go away. It's seasonal, right, man? We might see some turbulence ahead, but Kevin Warsh is in no way in hell is going to um, do what he's going to do. Look at that. $65 since the end of April. There you go, Greg. 480% return on his synthetic stock in CBOE. Inflation ripping, man. Gas prices, obviously. This is not good. Okay, AI stuff. Here we go. Sit up straight, man. This was an incredible video. I posted it this morning. I hope you watched this. It's a minute and 32 seconds of Ken Griffin going, um, this is bad. Where is it? Let me just, here's what I posted, man. He was human in this video. He said, let me give you the cliff notes. He said, man, what used to take, because I know, I don't know him. I've met him a couple times down here in Boca, once in Chicago. He went to Boca High School where my daughter just graduated, class of 86. I was 87, or was he 85? One of them. He just rebuilt the football stadium. So he was our competitor. Citadel was our competitor in Chicago, right down the street. I sat on the bonus board, man. I ran it for 2 years. PhDs, quants, these nerds made high six figures to seven figures. They come up with their black box system. If this, then that equals this. And man, he just, in this minute and 32 video clip, he says they're done. He said, what used to take my highest PhDs in quants weeks, if not months, to come up with, I can get it done in hours with AI. He's like, he said, I am sad. I'm like, he's like, I went home a Friday night a couple weeks ago and I just felt sad. I feel bad. Why does he feel bad? Ken Griffin ain't a charity. He might have one, but Citadel is not a charity. Translation, they're gone. These he says it. He's like, I don't need these people anymore. He's not going to keep them around like, hey, Sergey, good to see you. Or, Xi. We had a ton of Ukrainians, Chinese, like our smartest techies, they're gone, folks. I remember the lady who ran our firm, husband and wife team. She said, Wiz, if everything goes to hell, I can get rid of just about everybody in this room except a PhD and a quant and me and my husband and a couple traders, and we'll make about the same amount of money. This is insane. There's no way in hell me in Chicago in 2008, 9, even if you told me like in the future, Wiz, this whole area of your trading floor where all the booger eaters are, they'll be replaced by autonomous machines that think even faster and quicker than them. Maybe I would have believed it. There you go. That's exactly right, man. So this is when Ken Griffin says, man, I was driving home or in my airplane, kind of sad. It's because he sees that was a human moment out of Ken Griffin. He sees what's coming or what is here. So wow, watch that clip. I posted it. It'll get your attention, man. Right here. Oh, he didn't say sad. He said fairly depressed. I'm a political science major. I need one word. He said, Friday night, I was fairly depressed. All these white collar jobs, I don't need them. And guess what, folks? There won't be going down the street. If we got rid of one of our booger eaters, they could have gotten hired by Citadel, and Citadel got rid of one of theirs for whatever reason. We'd pick them up. Done. Now, maybe he gives them a nice severance package, or hopefully, if you made seven figures or high six figures for the past 5, 10, 15 years of your career, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be out of work. But think about the pipeline. Think about the pipeline of kids that were in college. Like, I'm going to be a quant at Citadel. No, you're not. Man, I just spent $160,000 to go to Stanford or whatever and be a quant booger eater because my dad said work in a hedge fund. No, you're not. So the folks that Ken's talking about currently are most likely going to be okay. It's the pipeline. D-Day for huge meta layoffs looms as AI job apocalypse accelerates. I shared with you an article that a TGO, one of your fellow squadron mates, shared last week about how the AI jobs apocalypse was false. And I told you, I gave it to you. Hopefully, you read it over a cup of coffee and you laughed. They are wrong. They're wrong. I know they're wrong. I'm usually pretty tight with stuff like this, man. Who was it? Jeff, what's his name? In Jurassic Park. Money finds a way, life finds a way. I get it. Eventually, 10, 20, 30 years in the future, dust settles and we will have figured stuff out. But man, 8,000 employees at Facebook and Instagram. The purple haired nipple ring lady who booted me from 2 Facebook accounts and throttled my Instagram is gone, will be gone, is gone. Wow. 8,000 employees. Swaps headcount for ones and zeros. Unbelievable. Her millennial and Gen Z friends still at the tech company are currently either just waiting, hoping to get laid off, or are extremely anxious because the job is their lifeline. Do you remember like years ago? I think it's before Elon bought X. Thank you, Elon, for buying X and saving democracy. Jack Dorsey, what a tool. I'm a limousine liberal. I love the people. I'm a Democrat. And I just got rid of 4,000 employees at Slack. Even though I wear a tie-dyed shirt and have a beard and wear flip-flops, I'm a man of the people. Dear employee, love you, Jack. I can't stand these people. Do you remember I showed a video, or you probably saw it, about this girl who blocked whatever it's called? Yeah. Do you remember the video of the girl, like a day in the life at Twitter? She's like in wherever, San Francisco. Like, I show up whenever I want. It's 9:30. I get my frappuccino, cappuccino. I eat my yogurt. Our chef makes this. I go check email for 5 minutes. Then I go to the yoga room. I meditate. Now it's time for lunch. I thought it was parody. That's why when Elon came in, he literally brought in the kitchen sink. Do you remember him walking into Twitter headquarters with this kitchen sink? Elon just gutted like 80% of the workforce. Twitter's going to implode. It's the number one news downloaded, whatever. He posted that this weekend too. What a bunch of stupid people who predicted that. It's just like me when, Democrats were like, oh my God, Trump just gutted big parts of the IRS and the federal government. You might see productivity increase. You could gut about 80% of the VA and things might actually get better. So, folks, I'm telling you, this is bad. What's this have to do with us, Wiz? It's bullish. Now let's put our souls aside, even though that's hard to do, and say what? It's fantastic for now. All of that savings, all these stocks are ripping based on what? Gutting employees, there's no 401ks, employees, no frappuccino and personal chefs. You're fired. It's good for now. Ultimately, though, folks, we got to project our thoughts forward in the future and say what? Those people are going to be baristas at Starbucks. And then did you see Brett Baer in China? They have like a robotic Starbucks, man. Ain't going to be no baristas anymore. This thing made the perfect, whatever for him. He's like, oh my God, man, wasn't a human in the place. Ain't no spinning the iPad around like, I was at Starbucks the other day, forced to be. No sleeve, no nothing, and throwing it across the counter, and they're like, they want a tip. I'm like, oh, the sleeves are over there. Let me go grab my own sleeve to put on this cup. All those people will be gone. So in the future, who's buying anything? We're already hearing the universal basic income drums beating, right? Yeah, and that's the minimum, like 40, 80, 100% tip. AI chip mania sows seeds of its own destruction. Whoa. Investors already factor in cyclicality in the chip industry. The bad news is that they've frequently been wrong before. This was a good read about chips and stuff like that. I think I shared this. I don't want to drop anchor on it because we have other stuff to talk about. How Amazon went from AI also ran to a real contender. Where you been, Tim Higgins? The pieces are coming together for AWS's AI strategy, thanks to 200 billion in spending, custom chips, and savvy deals. Oh my God, it's almost like I told you this 2, 3 years ago. I said, this is the Amazon's the Death Star in the AI space. I don't remember if I shared this one or not. This one is if you ever needed any commit criteria for Amazon, read the article. It's so, whatever. You guys know all this because you're here, but I love seeing articles like this, like, whatever. You know, we're right. Energy is the issue. Nano. What was that? Mork and Mindy. Energy, that's how old I am. Energy is the issue. Nano nuclear highlights reactor and enrichment opportunity. Ooh. The amount of energy that we need for computing is probably 1,000 times, not 10, not 100, not 500, probably 1,000. So whoever wrote support saying CEG isn't supposed to be in here, you were thinking Chipotle, my friend, because it is. Uranium gap worsens. Nuke news roundup. Arrow's in here. She's our nuke expert. Um, Closing arguments and high. This dude's a scumbag. I saw this beautiful clip of an AI meme or whatever of like all the CEOs on Air Force One going to China except Sam Altman. Isn't that funny? Jensen Huang, Elon, Tim Cook, all the Sajay Nadella, all the other 30 of the heavy CEOs in America, Sam Altman, sitting in Delaware. What's even funnier is somebody's like, the judge in the trial said Elon needed to like stay in the area. He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going on Air Force One. Oh, and by the way, I'm the plaintiff. I'm not the defendant. I can leave. So that was pretty funny. I don't know who the jury's going to hate more. Do they hate Elon more or Sam Altman? But dude, taking a nonprofit and then turning it into a for-profit was kind of dirty. Elon's like, man, I don't have these massive yachts. I don't live in a massive house. These, I think he wins it. I don't know what that does for the sector, to be honest with you. I posted this a couple or last week. Yeah, this was a horror. Inside Israel's AI targeting system, how data from a phone became a death sentence. Did you read this? This is creepy. Man, the buzz of an Israeli drone was constant that day. Every time Ahmad looked up, it seemed to be circling over him, like an all too patient bird of prey. So when the phone rang, when he was visiting family on a Monday afternoon, he wasn't too surprised that the person speaking accented Arabic was an Israeli military officer. What surprised him was the question, Ahmad, do you want to die with those around you or alone? He said, alone. And then walked out, got in his car, and seconds later, he was vaporized. Read this article. Palantir's mentioned, sadly or not sadly, depends on if you have a soul or you're just caring about money. Read this. Whew. This goes to the whiz bottom line of AI that not only is it going to take just about everybody's job, it's going to kill all of us. It is killing all. You got to read this about how the AI decision tree came to viewing this guy as somebody who needs to die. He was kind of a negotiator, to be honest with you. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he was a super bad guy or middle bad guy or trying to be neutral. But here's what they're saying is based on activity, the AI came to a conclusion that he needed to die. Was there a human in this chain? So read this. What action triggered the algorithm to move him from let's keep an eye on him to kill him is unclear. Excuse me. In his role as a liaison, he was a non-combatant member of Hezbollah, and family members said he didn't even bother changing phones. The Israelis already know me. What does it matter? Whoa. This was tough to read. This was tough to read. So we're in the AI sector. You got to know about this stuff. All right. I posted this in the Tactical Trade Alerts thread. So if you want to go read it and print it out and have a highlighter, we got big NVIDIA earnings. This is why, there goes the S&P 500. Finally, we knew it was going to come down. This is why you have trudges on, folks. So, NVIDIA, man, reports after 420, Elon Musk number, on I think the market's waiting for NVIDIA. It's waiting for Trump, and it's also waiting for NVIDIA. Oh, absolutely. Who said that, Rick? We've been in the Terminator era. We've been using AI at the Pentagon, you know, to make decisions for a while, and it's really bad if there's a flawed part of any of the AI process. You're going to end up dead. It's terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. What the street wants. Consensus is 78 to 79 billion. The whisper number is 80 out of Goldman. So, you guys can go read all this. So, I already looked at the at the money strata. We can go update it because I did this right before the market opened. 8.5% move. Whoa. Why? Give me some context, Wiz. NVIDIA's historical earnings is about 5 to 6% based on the at the money straddle. Okay. Over the last 5 earnings reports, about 4%. So, the market is pricing this one hot, roughly 40 to 50% over the average long run move, right? So all this stuff is in the report. You can go get access to it. I give you, kind of 3 scenarios, right? The beat, the inline, and the soft, and then we have a trade at the bottom, a wide iron condor, super wide iron condor. Why? Because of the premium. I mean, it's beautiful. What did I say when I posted that report? Warning: earnings is gambling. Go eat popcorn and don't do anything. So let's go look at what NVIDIA is doing. Hold on. Let's go over here. NVIDIA is up 66% in our solo AI model portfolio, $3,000 based on the one contract that I did. So I'm liking it. But let's just go look real quick. The at the money straddle, obviously monster run. Everything's kind of given a little bit of a break. Buy the rumor, sell the news, or is this the sell the news? Right, we're running up in earnings, but this is also the S&P 500. To be honest with you, let's go update the at the money straddle. Yeah, and folks, in the back of our mind, we always have to be saying what right now. Trump is meeting with Raisin and Hegseth tomorrow, and Marco, and how about Vance? The most dangerous position in a Trump administration is being vice president. Look at Pence, look at Vance. You did not want to be Trump's vice president. Marco Rubio's on the rise. 222. We have a 222 and a half straddle. May 22nd. 20. Wow. 20. Where's my briefing card? All right, let's start looking at some stuff here. The premiums through the roof, folks. So okay, and they all disappeared. 222 and a half. Good old E-Trade. How about the pattern day trader ruling, man? I got an alert when I logged in saying, hey, there we go. I was like $50. Are you insane? 16 and 16 is 32. So the top, 238 and a half. As I'm doing all this stuff, folks, don't do anything. Sit on your hands, go get the popcorn ready for Wednesday, or super wide iron condor that I put in the report. And we'll look at weekly calls against everything else in a second here, though. But when the volatility is through the roof in a name, When volatility is expensive, what do? What's the wisdom? You sell it. When it's cheap, you buy it. Um, NVDA. All right. Let's just take a look. I'm spitballing here, man. I love taking advantage of wide. What's that? 238 and a half to the top. So that's holy crap. Let's look at the 230. 232 and a half. I mean that yeah, that's a ton of premium. I'm going to show you super wide iron condor. That's exactly right, Jeff. That's a great point. The pattern day trader change, more people are going to be doing options. Um, that's a great point. Yep. I mean, in the report here, 250 had premium. Why don't we start with the trade that I actually put in the damn report instead of me spitballing here? That was pre-market though, too. So is there premium in 232 and a half, 235? Yeah, we still got premium. I think I was right. Right there. The one I show you, excuse me, in the report is pretty conservative, but obviously we're ripping around here. Let me add the bottom. 207. 207, 207. And this is a trade out to Wednesday, folks. So, what was it? 207. 207. There is a half, 207 and a half. Well, let's do a five. I like round numbers. 205, 202 and a half. Look at the probabilities, man. This thing is nuts. Yeah, Brent, I'm sticking with my two and a half for now, just to map some things out. But yeah, we could take a look at the 10 wides too. This is pretty. Yeah, let's take a look at 235, 245, and then down at the bottom, 205, 195. Same. I mean, risking 710 to make 290. We're a little skewed here, obviously. I like it in the middle. Let's go 237 and a half, 247 and a half. Let me give me some right in the middle. There we go. Folks, there is a ton. Let me lead with this. Don't do anything. This is earnings. Let me put this up in the background here. NVIDIA. The bottom of this super wide iron condor would be a smash to the 20. And then obviously the rip would be we haven't seen it before, right? So now let me step you through it and we'll talk through it. Super wide iron condor, man. The bottom would be below the, I mean, you could even go wider. Hell, man. Let's go wide. 202 and a half, 192 and a half. And then I think we run out of half. No, we don't. Let's go 240, 250. There's still a shitload of premium. So I like this one. This one you could literally drive a truck through. I don't mind risking 790 to potentially make 210. Yeah. I mean, so look at the break evens here. 242, which would be a $20 rip. The other thing to do, folks, you know what? Let's do something real quick. Everybody stop. This is No, never mind. This is exactly what I want to do. What I was going to say is this is good. Why? Because it expires Wednesday. If you go out to Friday, that's when the moves are going to be. This is the leading into earnings. Let me take a sip of my coffee here because thank you. I didn't go to yoga this morning. That's what it is. I'm doing this one. Sell May 22nd, 240 call by the 250. This is technically the pre-earnings trade. This expires Wednesday. After the close, it reports, right? The 240, 250 bear call spread. The 202 and a half, 192 and a half bull put spread. Okay. I'm doing this one. I'm not going out to Friday would be gambling, right? So I'm doing this. I'll do this in my personal account. I'll show you how many contracts I do in the model portfolio. Wait, wait, wait. Who said no, no, no? What are you guys doing to me? Oh, 22nd is Friday. That's why it's right. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let's do the 18th again, folks. Hold on. Not the 18th. The 20th. 20. Everybody calm down. Why? Today's the 18th. The 20th is Wednesday. 26th. What is going on here? Folks, everybody, are you seeing this? What are they doing with these NVIDIA strikes? They don't do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, next Monday the market's closed. That's the 26th, but the 27th, 29, 27, 29 first. This is really strange. There you go, Thomas. That's what you should exactly do. But I was wanting to do the Wednesday, but I mean, my report says 22nd, obviously. So, sell elevated earnings event, implied vol into the implied vol crush. NVIDIA front month versus the second month, a 15-point vol earnings premium that historically collapses overnight. Define risk, short gamma, short Vegas setup. When on time decay and vol collapse. Probability of profit at trade entry is 60 to 75% based on at the money straddle. NVIDIA prints in line with or modestly above consensus. Q2 guide lands a little bit above. Stock settles inside the implied band. Crowd is outside's vol is overpriced. Okay, yeah, then I will do this. Yeah. I need to dig into this, folks. It is an earnings thing. Did they, the House doesn't want us to trade earnings here. I'll do this one. Did I take the metrics screenshot? Hang on. I liked where's the, no, I didn't. All right. So here's the metrics of this trade, folks. Risking 785 to make 215. You can do as many contracts as you want. You can do none. Okay. And I'll send this out as an alert. In the model portfolio, I would not do a full 5 grand. I would not risk 5% of my model portfolio on this trade. You five most. I don't care if it's a high probability trade. Do you know how many times I've seen an earnings high probability trade that and it get blown out? So I like what Thomas is doing, eating some popcorn. But I'll fire this one just to play here. And I got filled immediately. So there you go. All right, let's go through short calls. New NVIDIA. Sorry. New NVIDIA earnings. Earnings. Wide iron condor. And I'll be nice. I'll give you what the maybe I'll do that going forward. I'll do something like this. There you go. Can I copy this? even though it's in another service. I'll be nice. There's my commit criteria. There you go. I'm like the nicest dude ever. Just to ask me. All right, let me screenshot the trade. Where's my screenshots? Right here. I'm having fun, man. You guys having fun? Everybody having fun? This is fun. I mean, need to get out more if this is my definition of fun. All right, let's go around and do some short calls. Exactly, Mike. I love it. I love it. Brent, well, that's exactly right, right? It's so baked in that they really need to knock the cover off the ball, right? All right. Full report posted over in the new TTA service. So if you, I gave you the commit criteria, but everything else, all the other intel is in there. All right, boom, here we go. All right, let's go through the portfolio here, folks. Already talked about NVDA. We could, excuse me, we could sell a short call out the. What are these doing in here? Those are a mistake. I'm in the 227 and a halfs out the Friday. Are you insane? I got to close these. I don't know how. You could sell a short call. That was one. Oh, those are phantoms from Friday. I hate these things. Um, let's sell a. Oh, I'm not doing it today. That's against my personal SOP. Let's go. I want to get at least a buck. Hell, the 252 and a halves have a dollar. I'll go with a dollar 13. Mid market, dollar 12. Way out of. If Nvidia rips up the 252 and a half, I will thank God I'm getting blown out of short calls because I mean, it's one of the number one performers in our model portfolio. Well, now it's our silver or bronze medalist. Bronze, because I do have some S&P 500 trades in here. Amazon's printing money, Broadcom, Nvidia. We got to talk about all these other ones though too. All right, let's go. Time is it. Stay on target. S&P trying to hold 7,400. All right, so Broadcom, love Broadcom. Everybody in Broadcom, everybody happy. ABGO. Good looking run here. June 3rd, aftermarket close or earnings. So we're kind of doing a hover up here. Chart. Whoa. Draw some lines here real quick. What are the strikes? Let's go out. They have Wednesday. They have Fridays, obviously. $2.50 strikes. So let's drop some lines in here. I need some lines. 22.5. About there. How about I can't believe I have to root for the Buffalo Sabres. I ain't rooting for no Montreal Canadiens here. 4:30. No, that's good. We'll keep these. All right. So Broadcom weekly short calls. These always have a lot of premium. Look at that, man. You can go up to like the May 22nd Friday. The 437 and a halfs in Broadcom have 400 bucks. Look at, I love the premiums in these names, folks. I'm usually $100 guy on my weekly short calls. These are insane. All right. We have CEG. Go check out the report. Everything's updated in here. Not the great best looking chart. We need these energy names to get off the mat. We need I've been selling at the money on these on the way down. Hell, you can sell them in the money if you think it's going to keep going down. CEG. I go read the CEG and everything that's going on in there. Let's go 270s. 270s right here. Hell, there's a shitload of premium at 300 bucks. Remember, folks, long term, it is a long term bullish. What do I tell you? Post a damn it. Don't have enough in here. Let me grab a screenshot of those. The well, 310s, 270 CG. I would sell the 270s at 315. I might not have enough money in here for these short calls. These are long-term bullish position, folks. So put a yellow sticky over them. Don't look at them. If you loved it up at 300, you love it. If you liked it at 300, you love it at 270. You are becoming too nice. Haven't that's good and bad, right? I love a good rant. I really haven't had a reason to have a good rant in a while, to be honest with you, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Broadcom, Amazon, love me some Amazon. Obviously, we ripped, taking a little bit of a break, which is fine. You got the Wall Street Journal article. Oh, geez, Wiz, we bounced off we hit the 20 and we had a good bounce. Exactly. I like this little chop here. Um, Hopefully, this is the new normal. We broke out over 250 finally, which was my Mason-Dixon line, and we're holding above it. So let's go look at some short calls. I have two contracts on Amazon, so I can sell two of them. I might not have the. Yeah, man, that sucks. Hell, you can sell the 277 and a half for $100 to give you a little bit of room. Why is it saying I have enough money for this and not the other one? All right, 277 and a half Amazon at a buck oh 06. Okay. I appreciate that, Bruce. Yeah, man, good red team. I love a good. Let's rip it apart, man. Let's chat it out. Um, what was I? 277 and a half. Oh, I got to do that. My personal account. Let's go do some Amazon over here. Where is it? Right here. Amazon 277 and a half. Right at a buck. $1.03. Done. Okay. Let me group those together. Yeah, it was a good red team. If you don't know what he's talking about, go. You got to be reading the threads, man. Go get in there, read the threads. All right, Amazon. Oh, we talked about BE last week, and then it's down 6%. So shitty on me as as a stand-in for whatchamacallit, for GEV, right? So this is what happens when you chase shit. So now we got to go to work. Let's hope it. I told you last week 250 Mason Dixon line. Holy crap. Look at the premium, man. Friday, May 22nd. Look at these short calls. You can go up to 277 and a half. That's on my screen. And this is what we're going to have to do to start cobbling stuff. Wow. Put that in the account. Thanks, Bruce, or whoever that was. No, I'm kidding. Whatever. We will do what we need to do. I read that. I said, you know what? Okay. CCJ. You guys know the nuke stuff as well as I do. I have 125s on already, out to regular expiration, and then Palantir. Uh, I have 142s. I'm going to roll these down. I think I did these last week, man. So, 142s. We're going to take profit on the 142s, man. Why is there no premium in these? Oh no, these again, these are phantoms. Never mind, guys. I really do need to go to yoga. never mind. We need to put on Fridays for Palantir and CCJ. So options. Always have the chart up in the background. CCJ. Again with the premium. 110s. Love it. And then finally was Palantir. Sorry. I can remember that. PLTR. Friday chart. Mason Dixon line support was 125, 125, and it's not imploding. This is I'm telling you, man, this is the Halliburton. This is the Dick Cheney of the new Pentagon, man. The Palantirs and everything, man, killing people. It's I like the, I'm not worried about Palantir at all, especially when you hear the president like talking about it. I mean, it's got a Trump put underneath it. 138s. It ran away from me a little bit. Let's try and go mid market. Okay, it already got filled. Um, what else? So I'm working all these names. Let me modify and try and get filled mid market. Right at 11 o'clock. I want to try and keep us on time going forward. Uh, mid market. Look at the premium in that, man. So the only one I couldn't get was, or no, I got it. Never mind. Amazon pulling back a little bit. And the last one, CG. Okay. What is that? The May 15. No, that's stupid. Cancel that. That's a phantom. Okay. No, Debbie, it's 23.5. It's gonna suck. You're gonna be able to I don't know why they're taking an hour off, right? This isn't like 7-Eleven open 24/7, except we need to close for an hour to mop the floors. I don't know. They are moving to 23 hours a day, 5 days a week trading, which is misery. Uncle Wiz ain't doing that. Okay, overall, look at what I traded in the Solo AI brief this morning. Yeah, it's 23.5, which is just it's going to be awful, man. I can't. Oh man, it's great for excuse me. Until we all make our own AI. Yeah, there you go, Mike. They got to settle, right? But with blockchain and all the craziness, you would think there'd be instantaneous settlement. I thought that's one of the benefits of that. Let me look at my mastermind group to see if there's any intel breaking. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Yeah. All right. Any other questions, concerns? Mitch, we're in solo AI, man. What are you asking about a psychedelic stock for? I ain't talking about psychedelics and solo AI, man. That's AR on Wednesday. Or you can jump in the ready room here. Or, Mitch, you're a lifetime member. You can go read in the psychedelic report where I talk about help. Posted this yesterday. Doo, 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 doo. Right there. There's all your answers. What if you're saying what happened with help, Wiz? I answer it right there. Isn't that awesome, Mitch? Yeah, we're in solo AI. So, folks, if you're not, if you're just in solo AI, man, here you go. Time to upgrade. Go get access to all these proprietary reports. I'm doing a lot more work uh, to crank these out, but it's so funny. I got to be honest with you. I'd be doing this anyway. I love this stuff. I love having access to all these AI tools and everything like that, and back testing and this. This is I'm reinvigorated. I love this stuff. Still get to fly. I love that more. No offense, but when it comes to ground stuff, this is I have such a smile on my face right now. Launching the tactical trade alert service And there you go. It's all posted over here in Tactical Trade Alerts, and obviously in the thread. Just click view reports, and they're all right there, man. Or they're obviously in the thread. I don't know why I'm doing double posting, but you know, but they're right there. NVDA with the potential trade. All right. Any other question? Oh, I got to read that from Peter. Any other questions, concerns? Oh, by the ways, let me know. If you want to join me Wednesday night, or if you know of anybody, you can share this link, man. I'd appreciate it if you get the word out. Like, hey, man, I'm a member of Top Gun Options. This guy's launching this new service where you're going to get access to these reports. Folks, I'm not shitting you when I tell you these are thousands of dollars of proprietary reports, especially the bullish on America trade. If you're just in solo AI, man, spend the 97 bucks to get this is about 10 grand right here. All of this stuff in the S&P 500 and how you could potentially make 300 grand. If I'm wrong, what's the worst case scenario? Where did I put that? Worst case scenario, I lose, what is it? 6 grand. If the S&P 500 stays level or implodes and never gets off the mat again, I would lose 6 grand. If it does what I think it's going to do, it's 300 grand. So go join and you can get access to the S&P 500 report. All right, that's it, man. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste and basi, basi. Wiz out. See you guys tomorrow, many of you, for the primary live trade brief. Cheers.